Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be super fun, but before we get started, as always, go follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. I've got the day off and I'm working on basically all three of the trucks. Today, of course, is going to be about the 6 blow, but I've been doing a bunch of filter changes and stuff like that over here on the Duramax, oil change and all that. Just got back from Florida with it and it did fantastic. But you can guess by the title of this video what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be putting a cold air intake on the 6 blow. Now, this is one of those modifications that seems to be the war on YouTube. Is it worth it? Is it not? I don't know. You know, I think so. But the Cateye has a cheap eBay cold air intake. The Duramax has a name brand, S&B Cold Air Intake, but these ones are a little bit different on the cold air intake side. They pretty much need to have it, and that's proven that works. Everyone kind of, the debate is on these gas engines. Is it worth it or not? And what we're going to do today, the best scientific way I know how to, is we're going to take the 6 blow, and we're going to take her out on the street and do some pulls in her, and then I'll put the cold air intake on it, and I'll kind of drive it around a little bit, let the computer adjust to it, and then we'll do some more pulls and see if it seems any difference at all. You guys know I'm not concerned with gas mileage at all in this truck. If you guys have missed the video where I bought it, this is my $600 beater truck, really. And some people want me to do a race truck out of it, and I'm thinking so. I like that idea. I talked to Texas Speed about a cam for it, and I think I've decided on the cam. I need to call up my transmission guy and talk about a stall converter and gears, and this truck would be a lot of fun. So, and I don't, you know, it doesn't matter to me because I didn't pay that much money for it. So if you're interested in the build, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do some bone stock 6.0 pulls in this thing, see what it does, and then we'll come back and rip all this junk off and put the new one on. Alright, so there was the stock pulls, and there was a ton of police out there, so I really couldn't like go much past 60 because I was in a 55 zone. So what we got to do now is pull all this crap off of here. So it's really easy. Just get your flathead screwdriver, pull that off. I think it's like little 10mm bolts or something that might hold this box down. It's been a while. I did the Cateye years ago, so I can't quite remember, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this off, and then we can just get started on putting the cold air intake in. Alrighty, so everything is off of there, and actually I'm really surprised at how clean that throttle body is. That surprises me. But I got the cold air intake off. Heads up, mass airflow sensor, make sure you hang on to that. I've got it clipped in right here. You've got to have that, so you got to put that back in when you do the cold air intake. So don't go mass murdering this thing and pulling it out and then accidentally damage that, because that's important. Got to have that. So there is all the junk, and I want you guys to see this. Look at this. And what is this? What is that on the bottom? Like it's a tumor. There's no way that this is any better than an eBay cold air intake kit. I mean, even at that, it's got to be better, because this is junk. Awful. And then, you know, you get these 2 little holes to breathe in through the box, and then the box is also restricted because once the filter sits in here, it's just this little tiny chamber. And so it's got to be better. And you guys are going to see the kit I got. It's just got the heat shields, and I get where people come from, that it's sucking in hot air. But what I actually did to combat this is I actually took this pan off. I take this pan off, and so that the bottom isn't in it, so it's not trapping the heat in here, because the Cateye doesn't see off-roading anymore, so and I've never had any problem getting water up in it. So I think I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Just take this pan off and then set the cold air intake down inside of it, so that way we don't have so much hot air in here, which being over here, it's going to be a whole lot better. But you got to think, that tube and that box heats up as it sits under here too, and I honestly do not believe that the air temperature with the cold air intake when the engine is at temp is any hotter going into the intake than it is with that box. So let me go over here and show you guys this kit while I'm talking about it. Now this is like 50 bucks off of eBay, and the one on the Cateye still works, and it still works fine. So I've got no problem going to find these eBay kits. I have experience with S&B and Air Raid, and no, is it something Ford? Might have been Vortec, something like that. And then K&N. I've installed all theirs, all those different ones have been a part of that, and seen how they work. And I'm here to tell you, the inside of those tubes look exactly like the inside of this tube right here. There's nothing in it. Here it is, and I wish it wasn't chrome. I'd like to paint it black, but I might paint it black later on because I don't want chrome on that truck. But here's the tube, and no thrills, no kills, there's nothing in it. So there's the tube, filters in that box. Here's all the hoses and everything you're gonna need, black hoses on this truck, hose clamps, and then here is the heat shield for it. Nice black heat shield, and that's gonna, you can see there where the actual tube's going to sit in there, the filter is going to sit right here, and there's this piece what sits up right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to construct the heat shield box in there, and once I do that, I'll pick back up the camera and kind of show you guys about how all this kind of sets down in there. It's really easy. This is a super easy install. Alrighty, so what I did here is I did take that pan out, got the heat shield on right here. You got all the hardware you need to put this together, put the tube together and everything like that. So what I've done is went ahead and put the tube, it's not tight, so I recommend not like putting this on and tightening it, then this and tightening it, because you're gonna have to shift it around a little bit. So got the tube, got the shield on. I'm getting ready to put the mass airflow sensor into here, and then the filter is going to go onto the end of that, and then set down in here. I just kind of want to give you guys an update. And it's well designed. I mean, all the little clips, everything lines up good, and it did on the Cateye as well. So they do a good job of, you know, making it work, making it fit right. So like I said, it's all pretty much self-explanatory. They don't send you instructions, but it's really, like I said, it's really self-explanatory. You shouldn't have a really big problem with it. But like I said, I'm going to put this mass airflow sensor back on, then the filter, and then I guess I'm going to tighten everything back down, and we can go do some more pulls with this thing. Alrighty guys, so there it is, and I did miss a step. This is supposed to run down and under the tube and then up to here. I got the two pieces to do it, and I am going to do it. I got to take the filter back out to do it, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and start it, and let's see if everything's going to be okay. You can definitely hear that cold air intake when you hit the throttle, though. Kind of makes a thunk noise. Well, I reckon it's going to work okay. Let's go take it on the road, and let's do some pulls and see if we see any bit of a difference. I am going to kind of ride around for a minute or two before I do anything, so I want the computer to adjust for the increase in airflow, and then I'll do some pulls. Go ahead and throw the pulls in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a couple pulls like I did the other one, just a rolling pull, and then the 0 to 60 I'm going to put the old clip before and the after side by side, so we can see the true comparison between if there really was a difference or not. Alright, so as far as acceleration, I don't think I felt the difference. I did feel a difference in throttle response, and it's funny because you can actually hear it, like it's like makes a sound, like a thunking noise. And as far as taking off, I feel the difference, but as far as the top end, I don't feel any difference. And of course, it's on video, so we can kind of look at them side by side and see if there's really a difference. But overall, I would say it makes the engine sound cooler, and there's a better throttle response. Are you gonna be, you know, miles per hour faster in a quarter, something like that? Probably not. But if you do plan to do exhaust or anything like that, this isn't going to hurt, because at least you're going to be opening up the intake. You're going to open up the exhaust too, and that way you're getting good airflow through the engine and all that. I think this is a modification that, combined with other modifications, make a difference, like a tune, the exhaust, and stuff like that. So, you know, drop your comments down below. What do you think? You think they work? Do you think they're worth it? Do you not think they're worth it? I think they're worth it, and for the cost of them, I'm going to keep putting them on anything I ever own, because I just, you know, I believe in them. They've got to be better than that stock factory box, and they look better too. I'm not a fan of going and buying the $300 K&N kit though. I don't think it's worth that, but it's definitely worth it to go on to eBay and buy this cheap $50 one for this truck. But I just I bought it because some people, I get a ton of comments on older videos, and I get DMs about it and all that, so I thought I'd make a video on it here on the old 6 Below. So stay tuned. We got more modifications for this truck. We're gonna make it look a whole lot better than this. We're gonna get rid of some of this crap on here, like the badging. We're gonna do something different with the wheels, and it needs window tint bad. So we're gonna be doing some other stuff to that. Also stay tuned on more Duramax content and Cateye content. And it seems to be that everyone wants to see this truck and that truck race. Good chances, if the Cateye is on 35s during the race, this will beat it, because with the stock gears in those 35s, it sucks. On stock tires though, I'm willing to guarantee you that truck would whoop this truck. But we'll have to line them up and see. Maybe we'll do a video on that. Let me know down in the comment section below. Like I said, follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Take care. Have a great day.